Yeah, real fun. Let's get my, oh, that works. Thanks for coming. I'm Jason. I don't know all your names, but that's okay. Where's the college class? Is that y'all on the back? Yeah! Do the wave. This is hilarious. The entire college class came tonight. They canceled their regular meeting because Josh said, you'll probably hear Jason cuss in the church. So, and he's probably right, to be honest with you, so any publicity is But how many of you are single? How many of you are married? How many of you are happy? How many of you are retired? Cool. Y'all are our heroes. How many are near retirement? You see the light at the end of the tunnel? You just don't know if it's a train. Yeah. How many are unemployed? Be proud of it. You know? Cool. Thanks for coming. All right. With such a vast array of life experiences, I have to keep this pretty general. Okay? What this is Dave Ramsey's material. I make no bones about it. He gets all the credit. This is all his stuff. How many of you have ever gone through Financial Peace University? Anybody? Keep your hands up. Very cool. Graduates of FPU. Financial Peace is a 12-week course, I think it is. Incredible stuff. If I could recommend anything in the world, it would be that. Okay? You can go to daveramsey.com, click on Financial Peace. There are 12 churches within 10 minutes of this church that are offering it all the time. Okay? We might offer it, but the truth is there's enough churches around locally that are providing it. We don't really need to, because Bear Valley does too much as it is. So it's a video-based thing. You can go to it. I mean, you pay your $100 to go per couple, and you're a member for life, okay? But what I've done is taken 13 lessons of an hour and a half each. I think that's 18 hours. I'm not good at math, since this is a finance thing. 18 hours, and I'm going to try to do this in an hour and a half. Okay, I'm going to try. Daryl, can we get that back screen on just to make me feel better? So that's what we're doing, okay? So this is not mainly my material. I'll throw in a few of my stories. And there's my wife, so she came just to make sure I say all the right stories. I did this once, and she wasn't there, and I got in lots of trouble because people made up junk. But anyway, so anyway, glad you're here. Thanks for coming. But there's no way I can cover every topic that I really want to and get really detailed about it just because of time frame. What is that? Oh, cool. Oh, it's payday. Yeah, cool. $1 million mints. How cute. Thanks. We'll pass those out. During the years that Jesus lived on the earth, he taught more about the subject of money than he did heaven, hell, salvation, the Christian life, anything. He talked about money more than anything in the Bible. And he must have known that we would have a hard time managing money. And that's really what we're doing, is managing what God has given us. The very first job in the Bible was that of managing. Cain and Abel managed the garden. And if we will view all the money that we have or don't have, all of our money belongs to God, and it's our job to manage what he's given us. And I personally believe that if you manage what you have, God will bless you with more. If you prove to be a pitiful manager of money, don't be surprised when God doesn't give you more, because he knows more than you do, and he doesn't want to make your life more messed up than it is. You know, I've always wondered about the people that win the lottery. Okay, where are they 1 year later? You know, because it's how they manage their money. There's all kinds of people that get an inheritance, and then 1 year later, they're foreclosed on their house because they didn't know how to manage what they had. Marriage counselors tell us that if we can agree on 4 things before we get married, pay attention, college people, before we get married, we have a much higher chance of a successful marriage. Those 4 things are religion, in-laws, good luck with that one, parenting, and money. Larry Burkett said that money is either the best or the worst area of communication in our marriages. Worth Magazine did a detailed survey and found that the #1 topic that American couples fight about is money. Jet Magazine says 57% of divorces are caused by money problems. The Detroit News published an article saying 70% of divorcing couples attribute the breakdown of their marriages to arguments over money. In the first 7 years of marriage today, 52% are ending in divorce. 52%. Of those 52%, in the first 7 years, 90% of them say it's because of money. 90%. So if you are married today and you have fights about money, look at your spouse and say, we are not alone. We're in this together. You're not alone. Because when finances are bad, everything in our marriage is bad. When finances are good and both people know what's going on, things are a little bit better. But when you're having financial trouble, everything in life is magnified. Suddenly the socks on the floor are a huge deal. And you can have a huge fight over socks on the floor when really it has nothing to do with socks. It's because you're stressed out over money. And money magnifies everything. According to the great philosopher of our day, Miss Oprah Winfrey, she says that 78 million Americans have absolutely no savings at all. 78 million. And only 3% of the United States are saving in any type of IRA for retirement. 3%. Look around the room. 3% of us have something saved up for when we retire. So evidently no one ever taught us about money in high school. We have a major problem in this country with it. We can do calculus and trigonometry and algebra and all that crap. No one can balance a dadgum checkbook. That bothers me. The average American lives life saying, thank God it's Friday. Oh, God, it's Monday. You know, what do? We never plan ahead, so we never get ahead. We all know that men and women communicate differently. Boy, do we ever. I think I'll say that again. Men and women communicate differently. But the same thing could be said of how we communicate with our money. We view money differently, and we respond to and we respond with money differently. Opposites attract. I mean, some of you got here early, and the other person was drugged here. You know, you do not want to be here. Me and my wife drive separate cars to church on purpose because I would kill her by the time we got here. There's no doubt in my mind. Because, you know, her thinking is, where two or more are gathered, Jesus will be there. Jesus is already there, so what's the hurry? You know, and I'm thinking Jesus will be gone by the time your lazy butt gets to the building. You know, we're opposites on everything. She's cold right now, I promise you. I am perfectly comfortable because the air conditioning's on. I'm hot-natured, she's cold-natured. Everything's different. But we're that way with our money. Usually in every couple, you have a spender and a saver. A spender and a saver. Here, we call them nerds and free spirits. Because it's just sweeter. It sounds better. It sounds more Jesus-like. Most of the time, they are two different people, the nerd and the free spirit. In my family, I am both of those people. I know that's very weird, but I have multiple personalities, so it's okay. I think it's okay, and so do I. But what that really means is I don't like spending money because I'm a tightwad, but if I get your name for Christmas, you're going to enjoy it because I'm going to get you something good because I'm a nerd, plus I'm a free spirit all combined into one. In most families, one of us does the finances and the other one could absolutely care less. Hit your spouse and say, yep, he's talking about you. If you are in a family where both of you do it and you can still get along afterwards, you are a rare exception in this society. Just so you'll know, from me, I am completely against couples having their own separate checking accounts. I know I just tipped a lot of you off, but I don't care. Get used to it. The Bible says the two shall become one. In most cases, when couples do their finances separately, when I pay this bill, you pay this bill, usually somebody's hiding something. And usually it's the person that makes more money of the two always feels like they're giving their money to that helpless person that needs them so much. And we think we're helping them, but the truth is the other one feels controlled and manipulated by that. So if it works for you, fine, but I'll be honest with the people I've talked to, part of their marriage problems is communication, and communication is with money, and when you have separate checking accounts, you're not communicating. You're not communicating. You're hiding something. But us nerds, we usually do the budget. We spend hours and hours with God on our budget. We come down from the mountain with the Charlton Heston sunburned because we've been with God. And this is our budget that we present to our poor little people that need us in their life so bad. But again, they feel manipulated and controlled by us. But the truth is we need each other. Opposites attract. We need each other. Because the free spirit needs the tightwad so we can enjoy life. So we won't be eating Alpo, when we retire. The tightwad needs the free spirit so we can have a life. So we need each other. We shop differently. Dear Lord, do we shop differently? I mean, does any man... Does any man in here actually like them all? You're gay. That's all there is to it. Oh, did he just say that in church? Oh, my God. Sunday night, it's okay. But we shop differently. Men love getting bargains, and we tell each other how good of a bargain we got. But we usually get a good deal by negotiation. Women get good deals by hunting and hunting and hunting and hunting and hunting. I mean, when we go to the store, when men go to the store, before we ever get out of the car, we know what store we're going to. We know what we're going to look at. We go straight to that item. We don't look at anything else. We go straight to that target. We kill it. We drag it to the register, and we're paid for it. We're in our car in less than 2 minutes. Women go into every single store. They touch every single thing in the store. They try most of it on just to see what it would look like if they liked it. They buy most of it. When they get to the register, they have to talk to the register lady about where do you get your nails done? And I love your hair, and that shirt makes your eyes just pop. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And then they buy most of it to take it home, figure out that it doesn't look as good as it did in those other mirrors, and then they take it back the next day just to start the hunt all over again. We don't get it. We shop differently. But most men do not like our wife's shopping habits, right? Can I hear it? Amen. Yeah. But let's be truthful. Ha ha. When a woman spends $100, she'll buy an outfit or a pair of shoes, maybe hopefully 2 pairs of shoes, and we get all mad about it because she spent $100. But when men go shopping, we come back with a $35,000 bass boat, right? Or a motorcycle that we needed. We didn't want it. We needed it, baby. So who's really the big spender? It was just one thing, darling. You bought 15. Yeah, but yours cost $20,000 dadgum dollars. So who's really the big spender? But when it comes to money, men tend to take more risk, and we do not save for emergencies. Men define ourselves by our results in life, and we use money as a scorecard of our achievements, and we can struggle with self-esteem when we're having financial problems. Ladies, please understand this. If you are having financial problems in your marriage, your husband absolutely feels like a loser. So when he comes home from work and you start barking at him like a little annoying chihuahua at his ankles of, you should do this, you're so stupid, why'd you? You're not helping. You're not helping at all. He feels like a loser. So get in this together and help him. If you're a male species, would you please stand up? Just for a minute. I won't embarrass you. I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I learned. Your wife or your girlfriend or your wife-to-be, she has this gland in her body that you don't have. And it's not the one you're thinking about. She has this gland called a security gland. We don't have it. We don't understand it. But women view money as a security issue. So if you will get 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an emergency fund, we'll talk about that in a little bit later. But if you'll get 3 to 6 months of living expenses and put it somewhere and do not touch it, don't touch it, your wife's security gland will relax. She will be pretty. Prettier than she's ever been because she has a security level that's been filled by something that you don't even understand, something you don't even have. I view it as the china cabinet in my living room. I'm really not even allowed to go in the living room most of the time. But we have plates in there that cost a fortune that I will never, ever get to put any food on. I don't understand it. I don't understand why I had to get the plate, and I sure as crap don't understand the china cabinet that I had to buy to put the freaking plate in that I can't ever put anything on it. I don't get it. But I had to get it. You don't have to get why you have to have 3 to 6 months, because it doesn't make any sense to us. You don't have to get it. You just have to get it. And when you do, your wife will look better, I promise you. Have a seat. Give the man a hand, why don't you?